by the time they come and get me, and I'm going through the process of fighting my case, and I got my lawyer asking me, yo, look, would you consider taking 20 years if I can get you 20? And I'm looking at the lawyer like, what? 20 years life, bro. He said, yo, you facing life. You know what I mean? If I can get you 20, I'm like, nigga, 20 years life.
Yeah. And what year was that?
9-8.
You had been already removed 3 to 4 years.
9-5, I packed my shit and went to North Carolina. 9-5, I like sat there and I looked at what was going on down there, right? And I just caught a bad feeling. And then my shorty at the time was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she talked me like, one night I was just sitting there counting some bread up and shit, and she walked in the room and was like, yo, this all your money? I might have had 200,000 now. And I'm like, yeah. She was amazed by it, but I got up, I go in the vacuum cleaner, pop that open. All together, I think I had about 420, 440 all together. She's like, yo, why? What's the ending goal? We got the hair bank popping in Salisbury, which was a unisex barbershop. We got cars, we got condos, we got Delaware, Philly, all these places. What's the deal? And I was like, you know what? Fucking right. Because I already seen some shit down in Cambridge that I wasn't like, you know how it just had a gut feeling. And then this conversation with her after this, y'all packed up all my shit and went down south. And this was 95. 3 years later, they came and got me.
So,
but my indictment papers says I was under investigation from 89 to 98.
Wow.
It says on and about 1989, I came down here with a group of people, boom, 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 and this and that. And here we are, 98. So, well, this is what's on paper. And I'm reading, you know, I ain't, like I said, Jay is not even a clue yet. But I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker's got me on investigation this whole time. So I get back down, and I knew that these niggas was in this up. So Emery's my co-defendant, but I'm still at the top of the page. You know, the one at the top is it, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I really ain't stressed out because I really don't know what's going on with whatever they have. But I know I ain't did nothing. Well, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, tell my lawyer. Once the lawyer said that, I said, nah, we gonna fight, man. And I ain't really seen what they have. Well, I'm gonna do this right now. And believe it or not, the feds, they scary enough to make you start thinking. Because in my mind, right, I was saying to myself, I could do a dime. Yo, for real, like you giving up like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to process in my mind and go, man, I could do a dime. Get this shit over with. If they come to me with a dime, this is how naive you think when you're not really. And I'm like, man. And I start saying, if they fuck with my girl or my mom's, I'm gonna take a dime. It ain't gonna be no question. And all of this going on in your head. But when they ain't giving out no deals and they want life, I'm like, nah, they ain't coming. I ain't have no deal. So I tell them, well, let's fight, bro. And then when my lawyer let me in this office and see all the case, the whole case, read the whole case, it might have been stacks and stacks of papers and papers. And I'm talking about this high of investigation, and it was one audio tape, and that's it. And I read through everything in there. I seen all the snitches, everybody, all of that. I done the shit from top to bottom, and my name not even in it. I said, what the fuck is the feds trying to do here? I'm asking my lawyer, you read this? They don't have nothing. Nah, we gonna fight, bro. Next you know, my other homie, he cop out, he gone. Take his and go.
Mm-hmm.
Next you know, I find out Emery taking the plea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know when you plea, you know, certain kinds of plea, you gotta watch out for the pleas. They be trap-offs. So I made it my business to go have a conversation with Emery and say, yo, you know, I understand. I heard it all. I understand what you gotta do. I just want to make sure you ain't implicate me in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He said, yo, I ain't implicating you. I'm owning up to what I done. I'm out. So be it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I tried to tell him, yo, ride with me on the trial and shit, because if I get away, you got to get away.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, they would have came back and got him anyway. So, you know, man, and the result was the judge saw that I ain't have a part of nothing they had going on.
Mm-hmm.
The judge said it himself. The judge said, look, it clearly shows whatever he was doing here is blank. Y'all don't have nothing. It's blank. Whatever he was doing then, he stopped. That's what the judge said. He stopped doing whatever he was doing because he have a conspiracy is one.
Mm-hmm.
Can't break it up.
Mm-hmm.
This was like, yo, I'm gonna let him go. But before that, I got on them bail, home monitor, and I ain't go to trial until 2001.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting in my living room, and then here comes some more. They superseded my indictment.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? Before my trial, I get paperwork. Yo, we superseded your indictment, and here are 2 more names. I said, oh, these niggas are reaching for shit now. You got Daffy Duck and Buzz Bunny on my shit. This shit don't even add up. It was just, in the result, the judge was like, man, I can't send this nigga away for the rest of his life for this. You know what I'm saying? And they let me go. But I say to people, right, when I read that case and looked at everything, and I try to tell people like, you know, people like, yo, he ain't tell, he ain't snitch, he ain't tell. All right, let me tell you something. I listened to a hot phone on them tapes. You understand? It doesn't matter if I'm hot and I call you, it ain't like I told on you, but how you feel? I brought you into this with a hot phone. So I started thinking about, damn, what are all the phone conversations I heard that these niggas had, you know what I'm saying, the feds listened to. Then when I figured that out, I'm saying, damn, it's certain people that they didn't even go get. That they keep on, they keep them on file and shit just in case they need them. To bring them back and shit. When I say, yo, you ain't snitch, but the end of the day is you brought a hot phone around and you got everybody locked up. So you told on, I feel like your mistake cost me.
How do you know he didn't tell?
How do I know he didn't tell?
That's a broad statement.
Because it didn't affect nothing that I had going on. So it I don't know what his plea agreement is like.
There's a point for some, not all. There's a point in the game where you realize that you've entered into a death trap. Was that a reality for you? Was that ever something that you ever looked up one day and realized this whole hustle and this whole game, this whole thing has been something designed for the detriment of me and, people like me? At what point did DeHaven?
When I asked that dude in the courtroom again, say your name again, and he said, United States Marshals. That's what I saw. Seemed like I saw death. When I knew this shit, like, yo, okay, wait a minute, this ain't the average shit.
When you seen that paper say United States versus DeHaven.
How you gotta know, you gotta experience that shit to understand what you just said.
I know.
Because I've been dealing with DeHaven Irby versus the state, DeHaven Irby, and I'm bouncing in the courtroom, smiling at the judge like, damn, she's sexy as shit. I like to throw that down. And my lawyer come in with his sharp shit, and you know what I'm saying? And he say, yo, my case first, and I'm in and out. I'm shitting on the state level. But when you see your name and that shit say DeHaven Irby versus the United States of America, you like...
It's a whole different level.
From the time they pick you up and you go to see the judge, you know it's a complete different ball game. You are now drafted into the league. You in the league.
Yeah.
You don't went from college. You don't went from college to the league now, buddy. This is what it is. They're no longer disrespectful to you. They call you by your last name. Hey, Mr. Irby, how are you? Or you'll be going to your arraignment tomorrow. Your judge name is such and such. Whatever, this and that and the third. You just like, damn, what? This shit don't even sound right. It's too proper. Then when you go in the courtroom, you see how clean it is and how this judge is and how this is not a regular. I was underground. They took me to an underground shit in Raleigh, North Carolina. I was like,
tunnels,
this ain't
go
fucking
through tunnels.
real. And the first thing you can think about is how the fuck I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah, they could come get you from the jail cell, and you walk through a series of tunnels, and then the next thing you know, you in the courtroom.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on, you said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to ride by, you know, I'm in Raleigh all the time still. I ride by that federal building and be like, people don't even understand how much time people don't understand what's going on in this building here.
No. It's a very sad situation that I don't think our people understand in a whole. So that's definitely one of the things today, you know, we're clear up for them so they could maybe walk away from this episode and understand a few other things. But at the point you realized, all right, this is a setup, the point you realized the United States, what was your exit plan? Well, what plan did you come up in your mind to make your exit?
Out of the game?
Yeah.
I prayed, I told God, yo, bro, I get out of this one. Yeah, this is definitely the exit. I'll never look back again. Prayed and prayed and prayed.
So not growing up with that in your life, you still knew inside that
it was
real.
If it was somebody, because I was so fucked up, right? In that cell, right? And being turned down the first bail hearing. And then reaching out to Jay, and trying to send my people after him and depending on him. Till that shit hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, nah, nigga, you praying on the wrong person. You need to...
Jehovah, not Jehovah.
Yeah, you need to stop thinking about him and ask, if it's the God, like, yeah. Like you said, you ain't think about it to your life. You know what I'm saying? And I saw my life flash before me before that. But, that was just, I don't know, I didn't catch on then.
Well, you see, jail is a representation of hell. So God give us things in this earth so that you could try to get a glimpse of what's to come. So if you open up the book and you study and you see hell and you see all of this other stuff like that and death and the darkness and, you have people say, well, I don't believe in that bull crap. You know what I'm saying? But the scripture says you don't have to because right here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. God will give you a reality of that here. In jail is definitely, absolutely reality in the glimpse of being locked up in hell. You know what I'm saying? And you around a bunch of people you don't want to be around, It's, you can't get out. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much you come up with some MacGyver escape plans, you ain't getting
Your
out.
freedom.
You know what I'm saying? Those people got you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like it's no getting out of it, and that's a serious, serious feeling. You know,
That's when I knew, you know, that when I get out of this, how serious it was, and then going through the process of it, of trying to get out of it.
So God answered your call.
Yeah, the fourth time, I ended up at a bell hearing, and the judge was like, "Look, yo, you got to show me something that you got on him. Keep him, because these people just telling ain't it. You got anything hard, concrete evidence I can go on?" And they was like, "Nah." And when they let me out on that, I said, I got a chance, because they was bluffing. You know what I'm saying? They was bluffing. They was trying to build something while I was in there. So me getting
Which
out,
is the most scariest.
yeah. So me getting out, I got a chance to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because you really can't fight while you in there. Matter of fact, I think I wrote the judge. And I was like, yo, Your Honor, like, I can't fight this battle in here. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing what they have, and they not saying nothing. And I think the judge was like, yo, I got to let him go. And then from there, man, just fighting this case.
Was that your first time ever being locked up?
That was my first time. That was my first I've been locked up before, but that was
your first federal
deal.
Was Jay-Z ever locked up with you on any of the cases?
Never.
That, you know, I hear y'all share so much, you know, even when y'all was younger at some points, women. And I wonder, how could you share so much with someone, you know what I'm saying? And y'all in it together. And you said from the beginning, he started out with, like, y'all was in it from the beginning, but that part didn't get shared. You don't have to comment on it, but that's just something, you know, it's a curiosity. You know what I'm saying? How didn't.
How he ducked around the process?
Yeah. How did he
We ain't got to sugarcoat that.
Sharing that.
Nah, shit, man. I'm still wondering how, you know what I'm saying?
No,
you
know
what
I'm
don't.
saying? Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Like, you know, long story short, when I figured, man, for me to come home and to see who his company is a wake-up call for me.
We get into all of that. We get into all of that slowly, draw it out, you know, but